Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and this show is part of the larger Capitalize Your Best podcast network of shows. On Mondays, we have This Is Gonna Hurt, the show, which is a personal growth podcast helping you make a better you. On Tuesdays, we have Coach Training Partners, which is a show that helps coaches create programs and increase their revenues. On Tuesday evenings, we have a live Capitalize coaching call within the Capitalize Your Best online community. Reach out to us if you'd like to know more about that. On Wednesdays, we have the Capitalize Your Best show, which is our business and marketing growth podcast. And then sometimes on Fridays, we have the You're Entitled to Your Opinion podcast, which is our pop culture show. But friends, thank you so much for joining us. As always, I appreciate your likes, shares, your subscriptions, and comments. Let's hop right in. This summer has been my blue collar summer. Now, here's what I mean by that. I grew up doing blue collar work with your hands. I worked doing barning tobacco, the very first job I've ever had. I've done factory work. I've done lawn care. It's wonderful. I love working with my hands. I love traditional quote unquote blue collar work. In the summer, I decided to do two things. I had an opportunity with the YMCA, of which I used to be on the board, and they asked, hey, do you know anybody who would open the gym twice a week from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.? And I said, I'll do that. I'm happy to do that. And they're like, why? And they're like, one, I love the YMCA. Two, I love the gym. And it'll be fun to do. And this is minimum wage work. And you know what? I've had an absolute blast doing it. Additionally, I've been slowly growing my lawn care business. That's right, I own a lawn care business on the side called Capitalized Cuts. I haven't marketed it at all, but I continue to get opportunities to work in there with real estate agents and other folks. So a couple times a week, I've been doing lawn care. Summers often allow for a little bit more flexibility of schedule with Capitalize Your Best and marketing and those kind of things. So I did blue collar work this summer, a lot of it. And I'm going to tell you what, I haven't earned a ton of money doing it, but I've saved that money. It's made an impact for my family, and I've absolutely enjoyed it. So there's three lessons that I have enjoyed from that work, and I'd like to share them with you. The first lesson that I learned from my summer of blue collar work is there's dignity in hard work. If you've ever listened to any of my podcasts or my reels or TikToks, I talk about working hard. You have to work hard no matter what your industry is to separate yourself. But when you're doing blue collar work, when it's 100 degrees and you're cutting grass, or when you're cleaning gym equipment at 5 a.m. because someone decided not to clean it when they left, you're doing it because in and of itself, the thing has dignity. You're improving something. You're using your hands. You're doing it for the love of the task itself. And friends, I'm just going to tell you, there's dignity in hard work. When you work a 4 hour shift straight in a row and you're walking, I walk 11 miles every single gym shift. When I'm cutting grass, again, I'm out there in 100-degree heat, or I'm helping weed a bed in front of a house for 4 hours. Like, you're on your hands and knees, your hands hurt, but there's dignity in it because you're working hard to improve something, and you're doing it by hard effort, and you're doing it by the sweat of your brow. And when you're done, you go back and look at it and go, look at the thing I created. Look at the thing I improved. And I'm reminded in the summer of blue collar work that there's amazing dignity in hard work. One thing I learned from my summer of blue collar work is the appreciation of every dollar. The blue collar work I've done this summer has been opening a gym, and it's been yard work, lawn work. It's been cutting grass, edging, weeding, that kind of thing. And they have not produced massive amounts of money. Marketing and consulting per hour produce so much more money. But in it, I have appreciated every single dollar. I have, because I did this hard thing and it immediately produced a dollar for me. And the family has saved it. We wound up making a car payment with one thing, or we wound up doing a vacation with the other. And it's had given me a greater appreciation of every single dollar, because those dollars have not come easily. They've come by the sweat of my brow. There have been many days I've come home that I've been beaten up bodily. My legs hurt, my hands hurt. Right now, my hands are swollen and they're hurting because I did 4 hours of weeding in someone's flower bed. But you know what? I woke up and I had appreciation for every single dollar. And for friends, when you get a chance to use your hands, that quote unquote blue collar work, it will make you appreciate every dollar you earn and especially every dollar you spend. One lesson I've learned from my summer of blue collar work is the value of working invisibly. Here's what I mean. I was at a party one night on a Friday night. We met a bunch of people in this neighborhood, and they didn't know that the house that I was in, I actually did the lawn care for them. And a couple days later, I was there and I had my yard hat on, I had my yard clothes on, and I was mowing the lawn. And someone that I had seen at the party had conversations with at the party. We made eye contact. They walked right past me. They didn't even see me. And I'm not offended by that. They didn't expect the person who was Friday night at the party to Tuesday be cutting grass, but they didn't see me at all because sometimes blue collar work is done invisibly. You don't see the person doing it because it's just a task in the background of your day. Again, I'm not offended by it, but you know what? I realize that there's a million tasks, or at least I'm reminded there's a million tasks that go around us that are just done invisibly. We have no idea that they're being done, but the person doing it is doing it with dignity. They're doing it with hard work. They're putting their heart and soul into it. And that invisible work, I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed just working in the background, making things happen and improving things, giving value to my effort. And whether people see me or not is unimportant. It's been a wonderful opportunity for me this summer. Friends, this summer, in summary, the three lessons I've learned from my blue collar work is that there's great dignity in hard work. Working hard with your hands and producing something is dignified. It's good, honest work. And it's given me an appreciation for every dollar I've earned and every dollar I've spent. And a lot of times I've worked invisibly, and there's great value in that to just do a job. You're not doing it for anyone to say, great job. You're doing it for the sake of the work. If you have an opportunity, or if your industry is blue collar work, I want to commend you. I want to say thank you because I'm never above it, and I've been happy to do it. And I know that I've had great dignity in doing it. I've had a great appreciation for it, and there's great value in it. So thank you for everyone who's doing that blue collar work. And if you're doing it, remind yourself this is something noble. There's a good work in it. And to be quite honest, as the future of AI expands, this blue collar work is going to become more and more valuable because it's going to be a delay before the robots start doing all those things. And right now, the computer work, the background work, those kind of things, more and more of that's being done with AI. More and more blue collar work is going to be needed. So, friends, I've joked sometimes that when I started my first business in '03 and I was doing consulting with eye doctors, what I should have started was a lawn care business 20 some years ago because now I'd have a fleet of people going out there and probably be making so much more money. But I'm thankful that I've had the opportunities as a teenager and middle of my life and even now to return to blue collar work. So friends, wherever you are in your life, if you get a chance to do that thing today, even if it's just cleaning your house, do it with dignity and appreciation and value and honor because it's what you're doing is wonderful. You're making something better and you're doing it by your own hands and the sweat of your own brow. Friends, if you would like to join a community of hard workers, like-minded people, I encourage you to reach out to me and I will give you a 7-day free pass to the Capitalize Your Best online community. The 7-day pass will get you access to the daily coaching and the weekly coaching. There's free courses, there's paid courses, there's a book club, there's so many things going on in there. Come check out the community. I think you're going to enjoy it. And if you decide to stay, it's $29 a month, which I like to say is cheaper than a tank of gas and it'll take you a lot further. Friends, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to talking to you again next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.